I guess we will go to the new section here. This is my elderberry. These beans aren't doing anything. These are the Roma 2. This container has drainage problems. When it rains, it just doesn't drain. So we're gonna have to fix that. And these are my little alpine strawberries. These are the red ones, and they are delicious. This container of beans, I need to do another harvest. We've got beans that are, oh yeah, those are ready. Those are ready. So we'll do another harvest today, and I think we might get one more round before it gets too hot. Looks like we're gonna get one more round of beans, so that's excellent. I'm really pleased with those. And then over here, round zucchini. I've just been leaving the cover off because the plant is so big and robust. I'm sure vine borer has gotten in there by now. I mean, the plant seems to really still be doing good. Looks like it's starting to root where it's been laying on the ground. So I'll lay it back down, let it re-root. The more points of contact with the soil I feel, the better chance the squash has to survive. So I'll just let it do that. This bed, I think I need to clean out. Oh, corn's tasseling. There we go. My corn is tasseling. But I want to clean out all of the lettuce and things, and I want to plant it up with something else. Something that can take a little bit of part shade. This container is in shade until around noon, maybe right before noon. It gets some sun. So the holy basil's doing really good in here. This is all bolted lettuce, so we'll take that out. This Hosinator tomato, I've only gotten one, and that is it. So, lame. And then this other one that I got from Texas Garden Guy. And then this one I got from Texas Garden Guy. This is the Roselle Purple. I've gotten nothing. And then I have my plant swap plants. Let's see, this is wild lettuce. And then I have evening primrose. I need to pop those up. I did plant some honey nut squash in here with my rattlesnake pole beans, and it looks like they came up. I see a honey nut squash right there. So the rattlesnake pole beans are pretty much done. I got one small crop, and then they just kind of crapped out. My calendula is struggling. It's not done, but it's struggling. And then my Minnesota midget melon. Excited about it. And I was showing one to Cece yesterday. I'm like, oh, I think I got one. But look, no, it turned yellow. Well, what I didn't realize, if I'd have just reached in, there's a big one. There's a big one right there. Oh, here go the dogs. Anyway, I'm real excited to finally have a Minnesota midget melon. So I probably will put a bag on that because the squirrels live in these trees. And as I've shown you, they're a-holes. So next, something else I'm super pleased with is this lemon drop watermelon. It's just the cutest little tiny watermelon, which this one is getting close to being ready. See the tendrils starting to turn brown? And it's yellow, where these are green. So, Chloe! So anyway, I think it's going to be ready soon. And I have a bunch of melons. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. Collards never did anything. Georgia collards. I'm going to cut these at ground level, fill it with soil, and we will plant something else. And then my little bag of miscellaneous peppers. This is the only one that really looks like it's trying to bounce back. Maybe that one. Everything else still, meh. I took out one of the thongs. I almost took out this thong, but I'm glad I didn't. I thought it was going to be more determinate, but I noticed a bunch of new growth and a bunch of new flowers. So I cut back all the dead, all the dead stuff, but it's bouncing back with new flowers and new growth. So that is awesome sauce. A red viper dwarf, but this was not my favorite tasting tomato. The red viper dwarf just tasted blah, tasted like wet mushrooms, and I didn't like it. There's a self-seeded zinnia. This is a wild Fred dwarf tomato, and I have more new flowers, which is good. Same here, wild Fred dwarf. This one's a lot taller and a lot of new flowers. More holy basil that I need to harvest. I had put these basils with the tomatoes just to help deter pests. We'll see if that's actually working. These never did anything. Oh, well, maybe. This is Dwarf Emerald Giant. That one never did anything, but it looks like this one has two little, they're teensy tiny. Maybe I need to fertilize that. And then my mystery tomato that turned out to be Dwarf Mint Streak has one more. I don't think it's going to do anything. This one, Nano's Meatball. I only got 2 small tomatoes. I don't think that's going to do anything, but I'm going to leave it. And then we have a pepper here. This is my Datil. Really bounced back nice. All my peppers have bounced back nice. This one here, Lesia. Sweet Banana. This one's variegated. This is Candy Cane Chocolate Cherry. And it's got variegated leaves, but it's bounced back. We've got a flower. Oh, it looks like we might have a little fruit. Yeah. We're gonna get a little pepper. Nice. This one is the Texarexa Rio. This is chocolate cake, and it looks like we're gonna get one. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. There it is. We got a little chocolate cake there. This is elephant ears, Pippin's Golden Honey, and the flower buds have a little purple on them. Very pretty. Golden Cow Wonder is not really doing much. This next one is, though. This is another sweet banana. That one's going to do really well. This is Craig's Grande Jalapeno. Megatron Jalapeno. Looks like we got a little jalapeno. So the fertilizing I did worked. This one, Criolla de Cocina. Chloe! Criolla de Cocina. We've got flowers. This one I'm excited for. It's like a red sweet pepper. I think it's really pretty. Oh, I just broke that off. Well, we're not going to get that one. This one is a Goliath Sweet. And then we have an Eggplant Rosita. Yeah. And then this is another Rosita. 2 more Rositas. This one is long purple eggplant. This one is green night. And then pepper hybrid red impact. This is early summer hybrid. Mulatto Isleno pepper. This is, let me see, lemon spice jalapeno. Yellow Fatale super hot pepper. This one's doing really well. And then Sugar Rush Stripey, another hot pepper. This one's also doing really well. This is Violet Sparkle pepper. Got some flowers. Let's see, we already did the long purple. This one is Rosa Bianca. Looks like we're gonna get an eggplant. Yellow Monster. It's coming back. It's still a little stunted. This is a red Peter pepper. Really hope I get one, but they're not looking too good. Need to fertilize that. And then this one, oh, the Lutzen Shower. Yeah, these didn't bounce back like the others. And then here's my Black Beauty eggplant, looking wonderful. Big and beautiful. Got ants on it, which means there's probably aphids. But I do have an eggplant right there, big one. So that's Black Beauty. I have another mystery tomato. This is a mystery dwarf tomato. Might even be a micro dwarf, but it looks really good. And then this is another mystery here. The habit looks very similar. They might be the same, they might be different. It is flowering, so hopefully we get some fruit so we can taste it. Oh yeah, I see a little baby. I see a little baby fruit in there. Okay. And then this is my dwarf long green okra. See, it's not doing well in that soil. The other ones I showed you in the potager are so big. This one was planted before those, but it's in that crap soil. And then I have a peppermint here. Next, I have Big Italy parsley and Nabuki evergreen bunching onions, and then some grapefruit mint that I got from Cece. And I do believe I am going to take out these apricot lemonade cosmos. I just don't like them. I'm not even going to transplant them. I think I'm just going to take them out. I don't like them. And then I have a foxglove in this pot with some volunteer zinnias. All right, this big boy right here, this is Big Zack. And I did have a tomato on Big Zack. And actually that tomato over there could also possibly be Big Zack. But I only had one tomato and the squirrels took it. So, but the plant is getting very big and it's doing really well, honestly, for being in that crap soil. It's doing really well. I have not trimmed it or pruned it. So it's a multi-stemmed bush. And this thing was on my front porch fighting for its life on the verge of death. And a lot of people would have thrown it away. Okay, I left it. And there it is. There's Chloe too. But I have a lot of flowers. I just don't know if it's going to set fruit. Well, I just knocked that one off, see, because it's so hot. So let me not touch any more flowers. I do need to prune. It's a little congested right there, so I'll prune it. But yeah, Big Zack looking good. And then these cosmos, I may leave them because they're doing really well. These are those double ones that I got from New Hill Farms. Got a double pink and a double white. They're actually looking pretty healthy, so not mad at that. This is my hominy melon. I got the seeds from Drell, and I've just been training it around and around, and we'll just train it up. I think it's a pretty big melon, so I may need to add some extra supports later. But I figure for the melons, I didn't want to have melons crawling all over the landscape fabric. Eventually I may do that. But for right now, I'm going to try to train it up as much as I can. And then I have my eucalyptus. One of them's getting a lot bigger than the other. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And these little beads are not from the eucalyptus. It's from my Jewels of Opar. Jewels of Opar has taken over both of these pots, but it kind of looks pretty. Kind of looks pretty with the eucalyptus. And then I potted up some pineapple pups. They look really cute. This is some red spike amaranth and some coxcomb seedlings. I just dug them up and put them there. And then look at this baby pineapple, the baby pink pineapple that's flowering. These are the flowers. These purple things are the flowers. Isn't that gorgeous? Just the cutest thing. All right, so that's kind of everything down the middle. I guess we'll kind of go down one side and then go down the other side. So in this big container here, I have Blue Lake bush beans that are flowering. Oh, got a few beans. Oh, that one's ready. That's beautiful. All right, so I do need to go around and harvest today. So we've got Blue Lake bush beans. And then I've got some corn in here. I don't remember the name, but it's tasseling. Oh, look at that. There's an assassin bug that caught another bug. Yeah. These dogs. Anyway, so my corn is tasseling. It's not very tall. As you can see, all of my corn, all over the garden, all of my corn is really short. Chloe! Oh my goodness. Anyway, sorry guys. It's going to be loud. Anyway, corn is tasseling. I don't see any ears yet. I don't know when the ears appear with the silks, but we have tassels. And then I have a squash that's doing really well. Hold on. First, I'm going to tell you squash that's not doing really well is delicata. Delicata never took off, never did anything, so I have a gap right there. But this white scallop squash really took off here, and it's not been covered. I think it's, yeah, vine borer has gotten into it. Vine borer got in, but I don't think it's affected it very well. Look, I could probably reach in and grab that right there. I should. I'm going to reach in and grab that today. I can see the worm. It's right there, the maggot. But anyway, this squash is doing really well, really healthy. That's probably get some female flowers pretty soon. Anyway, there's my dwarf peach tree. And I need to, oh yeah, see, I filled up this bottle, I think yesterday. So it's lasting about a day and a half. Not bad. This is that gorgeous, tasty, you know, freezer burn, freezer pop mystery tomato that I'm gonna have to put the name on the screen because hopefully by the time I'm filming this, I've figured out the ding dang name because I've mentioned it in like 4 videos. I may save that one tomato for seed because it tastes so good. I had potted up, I had sowed some zucchini and squash seeds the other day, about a week ago. This is Golden Summer Crookneck. These seeds are up. This is Black Beauty zucchini. Seeds are up. This one, golden zucchini. Golden zucchini seeds are up. And this one, scallop squash color blend. Those are up. So yeah, all of these seedlings here. And then I have my store-bought jalapenos. Yep, got little jalapenos. I saved seeds from some jalapenos I bought at the store. And then my cactus and radish pod combo. Chloe! That pod was overripe. My Bianco de Triste. I've only eaten one squash off of here. The other two that I've hand pollinated, it wasn't successful and they died. So anyway, the squash itself is doing really well, the plant. I just need more females. That's what I need, is more females. Anyway, this is my orange ground cherry. And I ate my first one yesterday, and it was the most, almost the most delicious thing I've ever put in my mouth. That orange ground cherry was so good. Highly recommend this one. And then I have my garden huckleberry, which I need to be lifting up the cover and picking these berries. I had to cover it because the birds were picking the berries before I could get to them, but it's not producing very many berries at one time. So I need to be every day picking them and just put them in the freezer till I have enough to do something with it. So anyway, I think that's everything on that side. I've already gone over those. So let's come over here. Ooh. These strawberries are doing really well. One of these days, I will dig up more and fill up the rest of the trays. One of these days. Look at my big sunflower. Really pretty. And the head on the top is still really small. So that gives me hope that it's nowhere near close to blooming, because I really want it to get tall. Right now, it's probably only 4 or 5 feet tall. It's in a grow bag, but it's only 4 or 5 feet tall, and I really want like a 10, 12 footer. That'd be nice. I did stake it the other day because it's been real windy, and I didn't want it to snap. I probably need to stake it a little bit tighter so it doesn't wave so much. Anyway, this here is my gazanias. I have gazania seedlings. They're not doing so well. And you know that sunflowers can emit a substance that kind of stunts other plants from growing. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening here or if it's that crap soil. So I don't know. I may dig up one of my gazanias and put it in a pot with some good soil and see if it does better. And then these sad little corns. These double red sweet corn never got any bigger. And this poor little baby here, this poor little sad thing is trying to make a corn. He's just trying to make a corn, but he's not big enough to make a corn. That thing is maybe 18 inches tall, and they're supposed to be regular sized corn. They never did anything, and they're not even in the bad soil, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, good mother Stallard beans. They really took off. I did not have high hopes for these beans. I said, no, they're stunted. They're not going to do anything. I'm going to plant something else in there. But look, they did. They did something. And I opened up one of the pods yesterday. They're the prettiest bean. Let me show you that. Prettiest little beans. Little red and white beans. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Tamitha. And then we have our okra. And I have one that needs to probably get picked soon. This is white velvet. Isn't that pretty? White velvet. And then these ones here are Star of David. Looks like they're gonna flower soon. So Star of David, white velvet. This is my chia. Not sure what happened to the top. I hope that doesn't keep it from flowering. Anyway, this is white chia. Chia. So this makes chia seeds, just waiting on it to flower. Waiting on the flowers to make seeds, and then I'll harvest. Next, we have more okra. This is Hill Country Red. Oh, and I have a flower. Look at that. That's Hill Country Red. And then this one on the back side is Louisiana Green Velvet. Pretty. Oh, there's a little okra. There, look, we have one. Look at that. Hill Country Red. That's pretty. Oh, and we have another. I didn't even notice these flowers. I'm blind. Didn't even see them this morning. This is Burmese okra here. And then that's red burgundy, which has the red speckles on the leaves. Very pretty. And then here is some Louisiana 16-inch. This is a big plant too, big plant, big leaves. And then Alabama red here. And then look at my roselle. They've really grown since I've transplanted them. That's roselle hibiscus. And look at that one. That's really grown, roselle hibiscus. And then my other roselle hibiscus is in here with the pampas plume celosia and my love lies bleeding amaranth. And then I finally potted up my banana from the last plant swap. And we've got new leaves, new growth. I thought it was gonna fry out here in the hot sun without having good established roots. But it's actually, I think, gonna make it. Beautiful. All right, very last container. I have corn. I don't remember the name, hold on. Earth Tone Dent. Okay, this is my dent corn, Earth Tone Dent corn. I did plant a couple of the khaki pumpkins. This one did not come up, but this one did, but it had really bad vine borer damage. Really bad. I didn't bag it in time. So the damage was pretty bad, but it looks like it's bouncing back and it's getting new growth. So hopefully we get some of those khaki pumpkins, and I probably will plant some more. I don't have any more bags, but I do have some row cover, and probably in these grow bags here, I could put up a couple of stakes. This had some red clover, and the clover germinated really quickly, but then it just stayed stunted and never did anything because it's in that crap. I'm sweating. It's so hot out here. Well, humid. Oh my God, it's just humid, really, really humid. Hold on. This is what my shirts are for. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right, so that is the new section. Showed you the potager. Let me give you a quick update on the fruit trees since it's technically food. And then we are done. And I'm gonna go back in the house. All right, so over here in the unfinished greenhouse, it is being taken over by grass. Yeah. It's like $100 worth of decomposed granite that's just getting swallowed up by grass. But I need to get in here and do something. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, we've abandoned this for a month and it shows. Here is the 2 plum trees that I got from Gary, and they're dry as a bone, so I need to water these 2 plum trees here. Over here, I already harvested everything off the nectarine, so that is it for this year. This is Suncoast. Beautiful little plant. This sad thing is my persimmon, and I did have fruit, and all of the little calyxes here that had little fruits in them, they all just dried off and they're just dropping off. So we're probably not going to have fruit this year, which is fine. But the stem on this is so loosey-goosey. Like if this stick wasn't here, this whole stem would be laying on the ground. It's just a wet noodle. So I need to find a better, I think I need to go grab a T-post, and I need to stake that up better and then strap it tight so it can get strong. And then here I have an apple, and this isn't probably going to give us any fruit until we get a pollinizer, different apple. This is a stamen wine sap. So we need another apple tree. We had one over in the front yard, but it died in the drought 2 years ago. So there's an apple. I haven't even seen this one flower yet, so it's still getting adjusted. Anyway, that's the garden. Hopefully next tour that greenhouse will be done. Literally all we have left to do is hang the doors, which I've already built the doors. They're in the garage. We have to hang the doors and then install all the little pieces of plastic plexi on all the little squares. That's literally all that's left to do. I know, that's all that's left to do. And then I can get, the rest of that decomposed granite and make my path. Well, I'll probably need another load. But from that door, that entrance door, I want to make a windy path all the way to the potager entrance, which is supposed to be lined with cottage garden flowers. That was the plan for this year. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, we'll get it started, but I don't think I'm going to do any cottage garden planting till next spring. But I am working on growing the seeds, especially for the perennials. They'll be ready. I just have to keep them alive till next year. All right, guys. Well, that is it for this tour. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this long video. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.